Hi, I'm Heather. I'm so happy that you're here checking out my video and my website and interested in my classes. So thank you. Thank you for coming and taking this time. Um, so let me tell you a little bit about why I started teaching and what you can get out of these classes. So the reason I started teaching was because I was seeing around me all kinds of amazing talent and potential in people that I loved my friends and my family. I could see these innate talents that they had, these gifts. And I was constantly telling my friends, you should start a business doing XYZ, and you're so good at this. People would really love to learn how to do this thing that you do naturally, that just comes so easily to you. And for some reason, my friends weren't jumping at the opportunity to start these businesses. And what I really realized is that they weren't seeing what I was seeing. They weren't seeing these things that they were good at as talents, as valuable, as gifts. And so I started to really put a lot of thought into that. I started to really think about what are my gifts and what keeps all of us, or a lot of us, from seeing what we have, seeing how magnificent we are and powerful we are, and all of the potential that we hold inside of us. What keeps us playing small? It really became a fascination for me, and so I have been pursuing that ever since. And so one thing that I really realized is that what you do with it, so if you take my business idea and start a business doing that, it really doesn't matter. What matters is the acknowledgement that you have these gifts. What matters is coming into agreement with the universe that who you are is a really amazing, special, magnificent creature, that you are important, that you are gifted with unique talents, that you hold a special place in the world. And stepping into that is what's important. And I call that stepping in your, living in your spotlight. So this is a really goofy example, but let's imagine for a moment that this is your spotlight. Okay? So you could call this your soul frequency. You could call this heart-centered living. But imagine that when you are here, you are listening to yourself in a very, very deep way. You're listening with your whole self, not just your thoughts, but with your whole being. And that whole being is in alignment with the universe, because the universe will create for you a flow. The universe wants you to have everything that you desire. We just get confused about what we desire, because when we step out of our spotlight, when we are here, we're listening to our heart. But when we begin to doubt what we're feeling, when we begin to question it, when we begin to put ourselves down, value other people's opinions, not listen to what we know to be true, we step away from our spotlight and we step away from that flow. So all of my classes are really about finding your way into that flow and accepting how incredibly amazing and awesome you really, really are. And I know that it can be really hard to go from a place of feeling frustrated with your life, unsatisfied, unhappy, just with life, to a place where, oh my God, I'm so awesome. I know that's a leap. For most people, that's a leap. And even if in theory you could imagine that that's possible, really actually feeling it can seem absurd. So I offer to you, I invite you to begin to see this in other people, to begin to look at other people and see their talents. For me, that was easier than seeing my own. For me, that made it possible to begin to see my own, to begin by seeing it in other people. And I also offer to you that I hold this space for you, that I hold for you this knowledge and this belief and this faith that you are perfect, that everything that you're choosing is perfect for who you are and for what you need to learn and the experiences that you're having. And if you choose to begin to change the way you operate in the world and choose to change the way you see yourself in the world, whatever choices you make will be perfect. You can't screw this up. You can't get this wrong. So I invite you to make this play and to join me in my classes. And I have a sample class that I've put out called Notice What You Notice. Try that and see if it speaks to you. And then join me for more classes. And I honor you in your choices, in your faith, and in your trust. Namaste.